Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have an amazing video for you guys today. I found an article that you guys are going to absolutely love. So it is coming from NBCLosAngeles.com and it is talking about the Inland Empire, the San Bernardino area. I can't say that word. Let me try that one more time. San Bernardino. I think that's okay. I always get stuck saying that word. I don't know why it's so hard for me. Anyways, so basically Inland Empire. It's to talk a little bit about the Inland Empire for those of you who don't know. It's when you're thinking about LA, is the outskirts of LA by the desert. And what ends up happening is that, LA has become so expensive. Orange County has become so expensive. So a lot of people, move to the Inland Empire because you could really find more affordable housing. It's a little bit hotter out there. It's because it's so far from the metro areas, there is good there's good deals out there, and that's why people move out there. During 08, it was unfortunately it was overbuilt, and the people that were buying the houses, they were using the ARM loans, and it was pretty much a disaster. Because that was one of the first cities, I think, to go bankrupt. Actually, San Bernardino, I think, went bankrupt during 08 or during that whole downturn in the economy. And basically, it was kind of dead for a while. Like, I remember around 2011, you could buy houses there like for really cheap, and it's been kind of coming up, and it's kind of had a boom. But now, right, unfortunately, for sellers, it's now shifting towards a buyer market. Now, here is an article, like I said, and it starts Downturn. By the way, I am going to have a link to this article down in the description below. But here's the title: Downturn Risk, Inland Empire Housing Market Shifts Towards a Buyer Market. So basically, what is happening is that homes are sitting on the lot a little bit longer, right? People are not buying them. The houses that are being bought are the deals, or the houses that are really, really nice, right? If there's, if someone can afford a house, they have a good job, whatever, they want to start a family, or they have a family and they want to move into a nice neighborhood, and they, like I said, they have a good job, they have a good down payment, they're going to, make sure that they buy the best house possible. Because remember, buying a house is an emotional decision. And, if you're starting out, you're dropping a huge down payment, you want to be able to get something you like. Now, that's one type of group of people that buy. Another group of people that buy are like investor people that are looking for the deal, right? They might even live in these houses, but I'm saying they're like, you know what? I'm kind of handy, and I'd rather buy the house for a little bit cheaper. And a kind of like an ugly kind of looking house, like with no upgrades, and then they do it themselves over time. That's the two kind of ways. And the deal is that the fixer-uppers, they're a great deal, but they are a lot of work, right? And but you could get them a lot cheaper. You could get them 10-15% cheaper than the nice one, right? And when you're talking about homes that are $500,000, that's kind of a lot of money, or sometimes it's not even as much, but maybe like 5 to 10% cheaper, right? Because of the state. And here's what's happening, right? Now, as people are like, the people that wanted to sell know that the peak has passed. And here I'll show you how I know that the peak has passed, because this is the Redfin weekly housing data. And this is the orange is 2021, red is 2020, blue is 2019. And the reason it went up so much is because of the low interest rates. But basically, you can see this turn right here. This, that's it. That was the peak. It's not coming back up. So anybody who thinks it's coming back up, they're completely out of their mind. These 2 years, orange and red, we shut down the economy. The United States got shut down. And then the second year, we went ahead and lowered rates to 0 to pump the economy back up. And as a result, crypto went to crazy numbers, housing market went to crazy numbers, and it's unsustainable. We need to be closer to this blue line, if not under this blue line. This is 2019. Anyways, so basically, prices are coming down, right? And what that means for the Inland Empire is that houses that are not that nice are gonna sit longer and longer, and then when they do sit longer and longer, you could come in and lowball them, right? Especially if there's like 3 or 4 ugly houses in the neighborhood, you come in and say, hey, I'll give you, you know, this. If it's 500,000 they're asking, you could come in and say, I'll give you 440. Right? Let's negotiate. And if they say, hey, go pound sand, okay, I'm gonna go pound sand because there's another house down the street that looks just like yours that I'm gonna see if I can negotiate with them. Again, it's kind of like a trick. It's a game. It takes a while. You're most likely not gonna get your first home. You're gonna get your third or fourth because deals fall through. Maybe you get really excited about the first one and you're like, yeah, put an offer in, but then like you see something pops up in the market last minute and you're like, hey, that one's better. Let's talk to those people. So again, a lot of things can happen when you're buying a house. But at the end of the day, my recommendation is, you know, if you have the money, you know, if you're, okay. So the deal is, if you got a good job, you're not very handy, you're like, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Like you're like a lawyer or a doctor or something, and you know, and yeah, buy the house that's all done up, right? If you got a big down payment, like why mess around? If you're more like working class, you know, whatever, like you might want to buy the fixer upper, get a discount on it, wait until the houses drop. Like you gotta wait to send in a lowball offer. You gotta wait for the houses to be sitting on the market for like 30, 40 days, maybe 2, 3, 4 months, right? Like, let me tell you, if a house has been sitting on the market for 4 months, you can go in there and like ask, like start dropping any price and see if they bite, right? And I believe that with the high interest rates that we're having, we're gonna have a lot less potential buyers because a lot of people are being priced out of the market. So the ugly houses are gonna sit, you know, in the market longer, which is gonna make it a lot easier for, you know, people like you and me to go and, you know, send them lowball offers, which essentially would bring down the price of the housing market. And that's what's gonna happen. Now, yeah, the doctors and the lawyers, yeah, they're gonna be able to buy that pretty house on, you know, that's all done up, and that's fine, right? But you know what? Overall, there's a lot more common people than doctors and lawyers. So this is gonna come down, guys. You just have to wait. But in the meantime, between, you know, as this black line hits this 2019 levels or goes below it, our job is to save. This is save mode, guys. This is not gonna be a crash that happens overnight. This is gonna be a long crash. This is gonna take a while. It's gonna take like a year, maybe 2, maybe 3, because, you know, with inflation comes desperation, right? And people start paying so much for, you know, for daily living. You know, rents are astronomically high. The result, guys, is that people are gonna lose all their money paying for like their daily life. And as a result, this price will come down because it'll slow down the economy. Now, what do you guys think? You know, do you agree? Do you disagree? You know, please, you know, comment, leave a, go ahead and like and leave a comment. Now, look, I want to just give a big thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos. This is like my channel right here. And I've been getting some views, I've been getting some comments, I've been getting some likes, and it's really, really cool. And I really, really appreciate it. I think you guys are super cool. If you guys like my videos, you know, it'll be awesome if you subscribe. And basically, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be talking to you about the housing market. I kind of like it. I want it to go down. I think it's way too high right now. And I think, you know, communities can't afford the houses in their neighborhood. So I'm advocating for lower prices when I make these videos, to be brutally honest, because I think we need lower prices. So I believe that everybody in this country should have the opportunity to own a home. And if we're gonna, it's how you build generational wealth. It's great, you know, it's just great for your investment, for your portfolio. Anyways, guys, if you guys like these videos, don't forget to subscribe and go ahead and like and leave a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.